Consider these words. A dream doesn't become reality through magic. It takes sweat, determination, and hard work. Colin Powell knew the truth of these words, as do all who have ever strived to achieve something great. Jonathan Sack echoed this sentiment, stating, "No great achiever, even those who made it seem easy, ever succeeded without hard work." We often find ourselves waiting for the perfect moment, but as the Walt Disney Company wisely said, the way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. After all, as Calvin Coolidge reminded us, all growth depends upon activity. There is no development physically or intellectually without effort, and effort means work. Remember, there are no shortcuts to any place worth going, as Beverly Sills once said. And as Vidal Sassoon pointed out, the only place where success comes before work is in the dictionary. So roll up your sleeves and get ready to make your dreams a reality. It's important to remember that we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, therefore, is not an act but a habit, as Aristotle once said. We need to work together because, as a wise proverb states, a boat doesn't go forward if each one is rowing their own way. In the wise words of Martin Luther King Jr., if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. And as Florence Nightingale declared, "I attribute my success to this. I never gave or took any excuse." We may stumble and fall, but as Maya Angelou said, we may encounter many defeats, but we must not be defeated. Because, in the words of Steve Jobs, if you are working on something that you really care about, you don't have to be pushed. The vision pulls you. Limitations are a construct of the mind. As Jamie Paulinetti observed, limitations live only in our minds. But if we use our imaginations, our possibilities become limitless. And as Vince Lombardi wisely stated, perfection is not attainable, but if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence. Remember, the difference between ordinary and extraordinary is that little extra, as Jimmy Johnson said. The only way to do great work is to love what you do, Steve Jobs reminded us. And as Kevin Cruz stated, life is about making an impact, not making an income. A great leader, as Rosalind Carter noted, takes people where they don't necessarily want to go, but ought to be. And as Henry Ford said, if everyone is moving forward together, then success takes care of itself. In the end, whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve, as Napoleon Hill stated. The expert in anything was once a beginner, Helen Hayes reminded us. And as Norman Vincent Peale said, there is a real magic in enthusiasm. It spells the difference between mediocrity and accomplishment. In summary, dreams are not achieved through magic, but through hard work, determination, and sweat. Excellence is a habit, not an act. Growth requires effort, and there are no shortcuts to success. We must keep moving forward no matter the pace, and we should never give or take any excuses. Limitations are only in our minds, and chasing perfection can lead to excellence. Remember, the only way to do great work is to love what you do, and life is about making an impact, not an income. Great leaders take people where they ought to be, not where they want to go. If everyone is moving forward together, success will take care of itself. And always remember, the expert in anything was once a beginner.